Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah.
Did it start?
Yep. Okay, so we're supposed to greet each other.
Greetings.
Hi. And I think the first thing we do is fill out that sheet.
Okay.
Does each team member fill out the entire success analysis worksheet? The purpose of the worksheet is to assist each team member in organizing a 5-minute oral presentation. So we're doing it by ourselves, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Well, up to 15 minutes, so we can do that.
Okay.
Okay.
kind of hard coming up with things.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't had that much success in my life yet.
That's right. Like only 21 years old. Like. How many do you guys have so far?
I'm on my third one.
Yeah, I think so.
I can get 2 down. Like this third one is.
Okay, I'm ready whenever you guys are.
I'm still on my most successful experience.
Me too.
I don't know what to put for that.
Okay, I'm ready to.
I'm ready.
Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it says,
So then we all present, I think.
it says like whoever's birthday is the closest or something.
My birthday's today, so that's me.
Happy birthday! It's unfortunate that you're to be doing this during your birthday.
Oh well. We'll just like read this off, or we're supposed to do the presentation.
No, yeah, you can just.
Yeah,
How do you feel about it?
Most of mine, like I'm only 18, so it's mostly like school stuff. But I said my first success was getting my job at Mercy, just because it was my first like real job, and I was successful because I prepared really well. Like I had a resume made out, and I like printed it out and everything, and I looked up questions that they asked commonly, and I just went into the interview confident and prepared, and so I think that helped me get the job. My second success was making the honor roll every year in high school. I took hard classes too, so my parents and me, I was proud of myself for like working hard, and that's why I was successful. I would study all the time and push myself to make the honor roll every year. My third success was my grades my last semester of my first semester of my senior year, because I had just had a son. I had a kid the summer between my junior and senior year, and so in that semester I had the highest GPA I've ever had, just because I pushed myself really hard and I liked my new son and people's negative opinions of me to motivate me. And I think I was successful because I just wanted to prove people wrong and wanted to be successful for him. My most successful experience is just probably my son. I'm just proud of him and proud of myself for how I've come. And I think I've been successful with him due to my family. Like they've helped a lot, and just I have his best interest in mind, and I want to be successful for him, and I want him to be successful. My success in the past few weeks is I was proud of how I did on my physiology test, because I was scared for that class, and most of my other classes that I've taken, like they give you study guides or at least like hints on what you should be studying, and she didn't give us anything. But so I was successful. I just went through all the notes and studied as much as I could and tried to focus on what I thought she emphasized on and what was important to her. And then my anticipated success is in the next few weeks is passing my micro test. I didn't do too well on the last one, and I plan on trying a lot harder on this one.
So now I'm going to go through and drinks and stuff like that. So I can definitely start. So with the whole resume and everything, it really sounded like you were organized, because you kind of looked at what Mercy's values were, and you were making sure that you were a job interview. And it sounded like it went well since you got the job. You sound very intelligent since your GPA is really good. You're a hard worker, and then I think the most important thing is that you're confident in yourself. Like you said, you had a son, and that pushed you to do the best that you could do in school. So yeah, I think that it's really important that you have confidence in yourself, and that's what's really going to make you a good healthcare provider.
Thank you.
I'll go next if that's okay. I put organized as well, but also very responsible. Is the interference, like, is that from my computer or from just all of us being together?
I don't know.
Am I the only one that can hear it or whatever?
No, I hear it too.
Okay. Okay. So responsible, I put responsible just because, you know, you were determined and hardworking and you knew what you had to do to get done for the goals that you wanted to set for yourself. And while you had a child when you were young too, and then just pursuing everything still and not giving up on anything. And that's pretty much it.
So yeah, just kind of going off what everyone just said is like being able to go through everything that you went through and still like coming out stronger on, you know, the other side and like getting all of your schoolwork done, not even like just getting it done, but like doing really well and stuff is like a huge success. So
Yeah, I put like strength, and then your responsibilities obviously have changed since you have a son now, but doing that and like going through that at a young age like you have and pursuing your school such like that shows such responsibility. Like that's really good.
Okay. All right, whose birthday is next?
Mine's the 21st.
Of this month?
Yes. I kind of thought I was going to be the first one, but so I mean, I'm not as young as you are, but mine are mostly related to school too, because I don't really know what. But the first one is basically I was just working like dead-end jobs and I wasn't happy. So like just the ability to recognize that I wanted to do something different and where I wanted that to lead me in life. So doing that, like I made the change and I quit my job and started doing all the prereqs for nursing school. When I started, I actually started for Iowa Central, and I had to get my CNA. They required the CNA for them, so I did that, and that contributed to like the path that I'm on now. So then for success number 2, right now I work at On With Life. It's a brain rehabilitation center, and I feel like it's like the best job that I've ever had. So like I am actually happy at the job that I have now and working towards what I'm working on. And then success number 3, I actually put just having my car paid off because it was hard to do that. Like I had to work a lot to get that done. But it helped with not being able to work a lot and being in nursing school. So it, you know, just kind of goes towards that. And then most successful experience, I mean, I just put ongoing, so I feel like this will be, but I'm not at the end of it yet. And then for one success during the past few weeks, I put passing the exams that I had this week. I got A's on 2 exams that I had this week, so I was pretty happy about that. And then anticipated success is kind of the same thing. I have another exam on Tuesday, so I'm just hoping to do good on that too.
I'll go first. The thing that stood out to me most would just be honest, because even though like you've done so much since you've old a little bit, like being honest to yourself and not settling for things, and just showing like that you know what you want to do and stuff. Going back to school, that's a big thing. So that's good.
Yeah, I think that's a hard working just because you definitely like you recognize that you weren't where you wanted to be and you worked to get to where you are now and you're like proud of yourself and happy where you are and that takes a lot of work.
yeah, I said hardworking too, and like as far as like skills go and ability, being able to get like A's on both your tests, like that's not easy to do. So, so that's like really exciting and definitely shows a lot of hard work. So.
Thank you.
What happened to Natasha?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just invited her again. She was frozen that whole time. So. Should we just go on or wait till she gets back on?
Maybe wait a minute. Can you see if she's trying to get back on?
Yeah, I invited her.
Maybe I'll just go ahead and start, and then hopefully she'll pop back in.
Okay.
Oh wait, is that her maybe?
I checked it.
Okay, she said her connection stopped working.
Should I start or should we wait?
Maybe start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So my first success was graduating from Iowa State, and I was successful because I was able to take classes that I really enjoyed there, and because of that, I was able to work hard and get good grades. And it did take me an extra semester to finish, but that was just because I switched my major so many times. So once I figured out what I wanted to do, it was really helpful. And then my second was getting into nursing school. And it was kind of a long process because I already had a lot of classes, but I didn't have the right ones. So I had to get a few more prereqs, and so I was a little nervous about those. I'll just a second. Wait a second.
Oh, sorry.
Fine.
Okay, I was just on my second success that I was talking about.
I'm so sorry, guys.
That's okay. So, yeah, my second one, just so you know, it was getting into nursing school. And then, so I was nervous because I previously in college hadn't done very well on like science type classes. So, I was a little nervous for those, but I just worked really hard and studied a lot and ended up getting A's in those classes. So, that's how I was able to get into nursing school. And then my third success was getting a scholarship this semester. And I was able to do this just by applying to the Mercy scholarships. And I did really well last semester, so my GPA went up. And I think because of those two things, I was just able to fit one of the categories that I had. And my most successful experience, I would say, again, was getting into nursing school and just succeeding so far. And just because nursing school has been a really big challenge so far. So even though I have a degree from Iowa State, I feel like I've been working a lot harder these last couple of semesters at nursing school than I ever did at Iowa State, just because I feel like it's in such a short time frame that you just have to remember things really quickly and like learn really quickly. So I've just been studying really hard, and I've given up some of my free time in order to do well. And the success in the last few weeks was getting an A on my pharmacology exam. And I was pretty nervous about taking that class because I had heard that it was pretty hard, and but able to do well. I've just been, for the quizzes and tests, I just study and set out regular times to get everything done and studied, and then I make note cards and stuff to have everything memorized. And then my next goal is to get 850 on one of my nursing HESI exams, because in the past, the first time I take it, I never end up getting an 850. So hopefully I'll be able to get there this time. So.
Nice.
I would say hardworking definitely makes me like that. All that makes me think of hardworking, just from how successful you've been in school. Like that takes a lot of work, especially in college. Like a lot of time studying and not even just getting into the program, but it seems like you're doing well in the program, which is not always easy to do and takes a lot of work.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. And also, like for pharmacology, you know how you study best. So that's how, like making note cards and stuff. So you've realized how, like what strategies will help you best. And then you also sound very dedicated. Like you've already got a degree from Iowa State, and you know that nursing school is going to be hard, but you continue to work hard to get this degree. So that's pretty impressive.
And I put goal oriented, just because I feel like you know what you want, you're going towards your goals now for it. And a goal for studying too, like making the note cards and you know what works for you and how it works. And then I had hardworking too and responsible. I feel like a lot of them are just kind of the same words, but I feel like we're all working towards something too. So, you know, being determined in getting where you want to be. So.
I would say hardworking too, because I get how like different you said, just going from Iowa State to here, because I went to Iowa State, so it's easier to like just kind of slack off, but it shows that you're hardworking because you changed your ways and like you're proving to yourself that you're here for a reason and stuff, and your success in your program already is good. So
Yep. All right. Did everyone else go?
No.
No? Okay. It was just you finished up and then, all right. Do you want to go next, Hayley, or do you want me to go? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm very tired. I have a huge headache, so you can go.
Okay. All right. So my first success, so I also went to Iowa State for my freshman year of college. And after my freshman year, I kind of figured out that I didn't really enjoy being there. And that's when I also realized that I wanted to go to nursing school. And so I think being able to realize that I didn't want to be there and taking the necessary step to transfer to first DMAC and then Mercy is a huge success for me. Just because like I thought about myself, I thought about what I wanted to do and what I needed to do to be successful. So it was hard because my sister was at Iowa State, my boyfriend was at Iowa State, but then I still ended up transferring and moving home. Another success would be completing my first semester of nursing school, because it wasn't easy. And I had doubts about like if I'm going to be a good nurse or not, or even like, am I going to get through this program? So I think that it's a success for me that I got through the first semester, and that hopefully I'll get through the second semester and through the entire program. Another success for me, I've actually worked at the same place for 5 years now. It's a restaurant. It's called Trostel's Dish. And I started off as a host, and then I was a food runner for a while, and now I'm serving. So I kind of worked my way up, and I've met a lot of people at my work. So I think that kind of shows that I'm dedicated, and that I also I need a job to pay for school. So keeping this job is important to me, and and it kind of shows like how important school is to me. And then my third, maybe this is my fourth success, I don't really know. So I kind of, my parents got divorced when I was younger, and it was really hard for me. So getting through that divorce is definitely a success of mine. And my dad also lives in Florida, so that's hard for me. But kind of just realizing that I can still talk to him every day. I can go visit him when I need to. I think that's something that I'm proud of, that I've gotten through. My most success, I think, would be being able to maintain healthy relationships in my life. So like family is really important to me, and I've also had a boyfriend for 6 years now. So yeah, that's that. And then the past few weeks, I passed my HESI exam yesterday, so that was really exciting. I didn't pass my first time last semester, and it was really disappointing. But I was very nervous about it. And those things are really hard to prepare for and study for, so I didn't know how to study for it. So I feel really good about passing it. And then I hope that I pass it for the second time. And then one anticipated success, I want to be able, so I am going on spring break in March, so like next month. And my boyfriend and I decided that we are not going to do sweets or alcohol, and we're going to exercise. So I'm hoping that I'll be successful in accomplishing that goal, because I really do like to drink and eat a lot of sweets. So hopefully I can be successful in that.
Okay, I'll start this time. The first one that came to mind was strength, and that was just through getting through your parents' divorce, because that's not easy at all, and so it takes a lot of strength in order to be able to do that. And then being responsible and hardworking, as far as having certain goals, like not drinking or eating sweets, is definitely not easy to do. So if being responsible is a huge part of that, and then also being honest about whether you're being able to keep on track with those things. So those were the ones that I kind of thought for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd say definitely strength, and then dedication, just because you knew that Iowa State wasn't for you, and you decided that DMAC and Mercy are what you needed, and you were dedicated in taking the steps to get there. And studying takes a lot of dedication. You were dedicated to passing your HESI, and healthy relationships take a lot of dedication too. So I just think you're very dedicated.
Thank you.
I would say definitely dedication and goal oriented, because you know what you want, and so you're doing these things. And the first time you didn't pass, but you knew you didn't just not give up. You tried again and you passed your second time. So that shows dedication and just goal oriented.
I had strength and dedication as well, but then I also put hopeful. I feel like you are very positive and looking forward and hopeful about getting through everything, and self-oriented, kind of aware of sharing your situations with us. You're very aware of yourself and how you feel in the situations, and what you can do or don't want to do to kind of help those along for yourself, and to make it in the end. So.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Okay, I guess I'll go.
Not least.
Yeah. Okay. So mine are very school oriented as well. So my first success, I would say, is just getting accepted into Iowa State. I went there for 2 years. And I came from a very small town. I graduated with 38 kids. So I going to Iowa State and being successful there for the 2 years that I was there was huge, because the classes are not 38 kids. They're 380 kids. So that was big. Just getting accepted showed that I was persistent with my academics and extracurricular activities, and I did a lot of like giving back to my community and trying to like show that I'm like trying to be at collegiate levels and stuff. That was a first big success for me. Also just getting accepted into Mercy and moving to Des Moines because I live here by myself and I moved away from my family and all my friends. I didn't know anyone when I moved here, so that was a huge step for me in my life. Um, I'm now successful because I've like become when I first got here I was very antisocial and nervous and scared, and I'm now able to do things on my own and be confident and independent, which is really good for myself, I think, and very good at keeping myself on track with school and everything and not relying like on my friends and other people to tell me like, hey, you need to get this done and stuff. Third success would be getting granted the opportunity to receive an interview for my program here. I applied into the DMS program, so that's the ultrasound program here, and it's a very hard thing to get into. They're very serious about it, and only 14 people get in. And so after I had put through my application, I had been granted to get an interview, and just because you got an interview doesn't mean you're getting in, but I'm still just happy that I had that opportunity to like reflect and show them personally, like face to face, that I have been successful in many things in the past and I'm here to do like what I want to do and stuff and why I'm good to be in the program. And then I would say my most successful experience is my volunteer position over at Mercy. I am a professional baby cuddler for the neonatal intensive care unit.
I love that.
I'm like so proud of that because it's really just like self-setting to go there and be able to give positive touches to the babies that their parents aren't there and they are like not getting neglected, but they aren't going to give them what they need and stuff. And so me being able to step up and do that is very awesome, and that's just like amazing to me that I get to do that. And it like kind of like gives me a place, you know. And that was really hard to get into. I had called the supervisor personally and reached out to her to try to get the position, and a lot of people were telling me that it wasn't like possible because a lot of the people there that do it are older and they don't like to give up their position and stuff. And the volunteer coordinator had told me, she was like, oh yeah, you're not going to be able to get that, like I don't want to give your hopes up. And I got it, so like that's just a huge success for me, showing that like just because I'm younger or like different in the classes that normally get it, I was able to pursue that. Sorry, I'm so out of breath. Passing my second pathophysiology exam this week was really big because the first one kind of was a downer, but I bounced back and did really well on my second exam. It's a little success, but very meaningful as you know you're trying to get good grades here. And my anticipated success in the next few weeks is definitely getting over mono. So that's like huge because I've never had it, and it's like they say there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to lay here all day and like drink water. And they say it sticks with you for like 2 to 3 weeks, and I need to be better by going for spring break. So that's I need to get over this.
Yeah. Well, I think it definitely shows that you're dedicated since you have mono and you're speaking to us right now. Another thing that I noticed is that you seem very kind-hearted and compassionate just because you cuddle babies, you know, like, and it shows that you're like willing to kind of step out of your box and talk to the people that you need to talk to in order to get what you want. And then you're also adaptive and independent since you did move here not knowing anyone. So I think that that's a huge success as well. That'd be very nerve-wracking for me personally.
Yeah, I think caring is definitely one of the things I noticed about you, especially since you talked about all the work that you did, like the service that you did when you're at home, and cuddling the babies takes a lot of caring and hardworking because you work hard to be where you are and you're continuing to work hard to stay where you are. And I think that's cool.
Yeah, I said goal oriented because even though like everyone was telling you that you weren't going to be able to get that position at the hospital, you like kept trying and you were able to get it, which is really cool. And then definitely caring, and I wrote down responsible too, just because like with that comes like a lot of responsibility, like working in the NICU and stuff like that. So.
And I put compassionate as well, and caring, and I felt like we were very adaptive as well, just by moving and not knowing anybody and stuff like that. And caring just because, you know, of the things that you've done and holding all those cute little babies. Yeah,
So now we're supposed to reflect on all that and like.
I guess.
Oh no, you go.
Okay, so I guess like the one thing that I really thought of was I feel like I think about a lot of the negative things a lot. So it was good to kind of go through and pick out like the successes that I've had in life. So it was kind of like a change in attitude. Instead of talking about something negative, I was talking about something positive. And then hearing your guys' feedback, I think helped a lot. I guess with like self-esteem, and lately I've kind of been in this funk where it's like I'm not motivated and like all I'm thinking about are negative things. So it was nice to kind of have that change, I think, for me.
Well, I think this helped me like learn more about you guys and kind of like what you're about and like the reason you're here and how you got here and stuff like that. And I just think it definitely helped us get to know each other better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that like on the thing he wrote out, I just thought it was kind of cool. He said like receiving gifts from each other and stuff. So like the positive feedback, like he said, like for the confidence booster and stuff. Like it's nice to not only like tell people about your story, but then like hear people, you know, like comment back. And then he also kind of talks about like why people don't really do that, and I guess I never really thought about that, but it does like bring the team a lot closer together, I think. So, and because of that, I think it helps us like work better as a team. So it's like really helpful.
And now I think we kind of know, like Brenna said, we know a little bit more about each other and we know what we're good at, so we can use that to be the best team we can be when we do activities like that.
Yeah, I'm glad like this is something that's going on like early in the semester, so then we are more comfortable with each other. I feel like now that we've been a little more open with our pasts and stuff and who we are. And one thing that stood out to me that he said, it says like, why don't we do this more often? And I feel like a lot of us, or just anyone in general, gets caught up in their daily lives and they don't think back to like, why am I here? How did I get here? And things like that. So I think that's a really good thing to maybe start taking time out of your day or your month or something and just reflecting like, hey, we're doing good.
For me, like, I think I get nervous like talking with groups or people that I don't know, and this is a completely new setting for me. I've never done anything like this before. And when I first heard that it was like a YouTube thing, I was like, oh crap, this is gonna be out there. But just sitting here and just kind of talking to you guys and seeing your faces as well, it just makes it a little bit more comfortable, and like we are getting to know each other a little bit more. So I think that helps, you know, in this type of setting as well, just to be more comfortable and be able to say what you think or how you feel and not be judged for it or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything else that we have to do?
Yeah.
Did we hit an hour?
I think we're close. It's 2:30. We didn't get started until like 2:40 though or so.
I don't think he like judges specifically on like an actual hour as long as we like hit everything.
I don't
Yeah.
think so either. Now we just have to write a paper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I continue to record when mine stopped working?
What?
Did it continue to record once my Wi-Fi stopped working?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good. Sorry.
You were only gone for like the end of her presentation though, so it should be okay.
Sounds good. All right, great. Okay. Is that all we have to do?